this something? I mean, seriously, when we were sitting back there in the 70s or whatever it was, who remembers? If you remember, you weren't having any fun. I have to tell you, I don't remember much, actually, at this point. But I do remember that time I was sitting in the chimney. Do you remember the chimney above the gas works? I think the club held about 20 people. And I used to go there to play backgammon because they had backgammon laid out on all the tables. And I'm up there one night, and I'm playing my backgammon. I'm enjoying every moment of it. And it's like, oh my God, I'm playing backgammon in public. And then, there's this little tiny stage, probably held about 2 people. Little tiny stage. And there's some group getting up on that stage. Never heard it. And then they start to play. And I'm like, this backgammon's really boring. I'm going to move on. And I start to watch. And I'm watching, and I'm going, holy smokes, who are these people? Whoa! I thought, at the time, I was at CHUM-FM, you might remember that. We were all stoned, everybody, including me. So the next night I go walking in, and of course, in those days at CHUM-FM, you played whatever you wanted to play. And guess who I played that next night? Oh my. Yep, wasn't the guess who, it was Rough Trade. And yes, you know a little bit about me. I knew what rough trade really meant. But in those days, you didn't talk about that sort of thing. Okay, that's not happening. I have to tell you, it's such an honor to be on this stage. It's such an honor to be able to be involved as the guy who introduces Rough Trade. And they're here. It's the band. It's Rough Trade. It's Carol. It's Kevin. And it's all the musicians who sat behind them and did the real hard work. And so I say to Kevin and Carol, you've made the industry so very happy, so very proud. And yes, people are still asking, what the hell is Rough Trade? Carol and Kevin, I love you both. I agree with that, by the way. But I have a mic, so it's hard to do. I love you both. I love them. I know, it's true. I didn't quite understand what you said, but it's okay. I hope it wasn't too bad. Anyway, during COVID, I let the hair grow, and now we're back to the 70s. But here's what we've got to remember. She's a cool, blonde, scheming bitch. She makes my body twitch. Walking down the corridor, you can hear her stilettos click. Oh, I want her so much I feel sick. Ladies and gentlemen, a video, Carol and Kevin.
Rough Trade was formed in Toronto in 1974 by multi-instrumentalist Kevin Staples and vocalist Carol Pope. Notorious for their openly sexual nature of the songs and the outrageous, burlesque theatricality of their live performances, the band was one of the first mainstream musical performers to celebrate queer culture. They enjoyed critical and commercial success in the early 1980s and won 4 Juno Awards without ever losing the raw urgency and risque energy of their early performances.
Over the past few years, they have developed a huge cult following. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol Pope and Rough Trade.
To many, they are still best known for the controversial hit single High School Confidential, which was inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame in September of 2020.
High school confidential.
Wow. Just one thing before, and this is not in the script, but I hope they won't be too mad at me. I just wanted to take a minute and remember this man whose name was Stan Cleese. He did a lot. He was slightly crazy, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do now, to tell you the truth. I'm making this up.
Hey, baby, it's a long night.
Well, I thought I'd admit that I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, time to move on and meet.
But now, wait a minute.
No, it's time to bring him on up here.
No, I
Carol
want to say.
Pope and Kevin, come on up here. Woohoo! Kevin Staples and Carol Pope. The memories keep rushing back. Kevin, whoa. Wow. So do you? Big congrats. Okay, now, I can't believe it's been 50 years since you guys have been together. 50 years you started working together. That's a half a century ago. Now, to celebrate, I've invited a very dear friend of ours to come up here to help induct you. Everyone put your hands together for the host of Canada's Drag Race, my fellow victim of fashion, Brooke Lynn Hytes.
What's up, Massey Hall? Oh, it is such an honor for me to be here to share this moment with all of you and celebrate these two iconic artists. Can we give them a round of applause one more time? Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you have to promise to tell me the truth. Can you do that? You don't seem too sure, Carol. Dig in. You can handle it. Carol, all of Rough Trade's music made you a queer icon. Now, are you comfortable with that mantle?
Yes, of course I am.
Yes, that's right. As you fucking should be. Jeannie's a queer icon too.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll
As
take
am
that
I, and
title.
I feel great about
Proud
it.
to be one.
Now, Kevin, was drag, cabaret, and comedy always a part of rough trade? And was it weird to find yourself in the mainstream?
No, I don't think it was, I didn't feel like we were in the mainstream, but I think comedy was a big part, satire for sure. And when I first met Carol in 1968, she was already writing songs from a woman's perspective, and that's what sort of attracted me to her, and her spirit, and her voice. It's great, it's great. It's really an honor to be here.
It really is. And Carol, you were such an inspiration to me and to so many other queer kids out there who just have a crazy dream and want to go for it. It's because of people like y'all that I get to stand here doing this. You really, really laid the groundwork for all of us, and I want to thank you so much on behalf of the queer community. I hope you know what an impact you have all had and what a legacy you have left for yourselves. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Incredible. Anything else you'd like to add, Carol?
Just very honored to be here, and I've just always been out. I've just been me, so I encourage everybody to be themselves.
Absolutely. Best advice I've ever heard. And now, the performance that I cannot believe that we are actually going to be seeing here in person, live, on this stage. Put your hands together for High School Confidential.